Hey guys, this is Kevin with Kev-D Fitness, and what I'm going to show you now is one of my leg routines. I do want to apologize straight up. As you know, I do work out in a basement. It's a dungeon gym, and you can hear that sound in the background. I'm going to do my best to talk over it. It is the boiler is going off. You know, it's I live in upstate New York. It's been cold as hell out here recently, and that boiler's running all the time. So I do apologize when that sound comes on throughout the video. So as you can see, I start off here with doing squats. I high bar back squats, I should say, to be specific as to what I'm doing. I start with a warm up, go through a few light warm up sets, progressively increasing the weight, and here's my first working set. Um, if you notice the form, I'm going ass to grass, guys. I go deep. I go all the way down. I don't go to parallel. I don't do half squats. I don't do box squats. Any of that nonsense. I'm going ass to grass. I want full muscular development uh, throughout the entire range of motion. I want to optimize my muscular development, and the best way to do that when you're doing squats is to go ass to grass, go as deep as possible. Now that it's tough for me. I'm 6'1". I'm a tall guy. It can be very tough for tall guys to get down that low, and I do understand doing squats are even more difficult the taller you are. You're moving the way through a longer range of motion. So if you're a tall guy out there, you feel with me. Um, but I highly recommend going as deep as you possibly can. That's how you're going to get the best development in your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings, guys. Um, and yes, squats do work your hamstrings. Obviously, they're a secondary muscle, but you're still getting a lot of stimulation. And the deeper you go, the more stimulation you're going to get throughout all those major muscle groups, your glutes, hams, and quads. Now, a couple tips, guys. When you're going to go down, get a good, full, deep breath in there. It really helps keep your core tight. Um, and that's one thing you notice. I'm doing my squats without a belt here. um, I do squat twice a week, one time a week with a belt, time a week without a belt. Oh, there goes the boiler, so I don't have to try to scream over that. Hopefully you guys can hear me through all that noise in the background. But what I started to find was I was relying on the belt too much. That's not real life. You don't walk around with a belt on, So if I'm playing basketball or doing any kind of athletic performance, I I'm not gonna have a belt on my back, So if I'm going to pick something up in the real world, I'm not gonna be walking around with my weightlifting belt on. So, and one thing I also found was that my core was kind of holding me back. So I wanted to really strengthen my core, and to do that, I said, fuck it, I'm dropping the belt. Um, and so, like I said, the other time that I squat, I do wear my belt though, just to keep my weight, just to keep giving my weight up. And I started to progress a little slower on my squats. I found I was trying to just jump. Um, so guys, there's my squats. And I recommend squatting as many times a week as you can, guys, 2 to 3 times a week, you know, t- for optimal leg development, and you can optimal strength development in your lower body overall. Squats are great for your overall body development, your core, your lower back, your upper back, um, and of course your legs, guys. So here setting up. I'm doing a vertical leg press. I have this vertical leg press machine set up in my basement. I personally like this much better than your typical leg press sled in the gym. Mimics the squat motion much better. I feel, and it's great for building quads. I really get a good burn in my quads, and you could set this same type of motion up in the gym using a Smith machine, guys. You don't have to have a vertical leg press machine. I've honestly never seen one in. There I go, pushing out my last set. I've never actually seen one in a gym. I found this one on Craigslist and I snatched it right up. But you could do the same thing with a Smith machine, and it'd be great. You could set up the guards so you wouldn't even hurt yourself, guys, and you could do that vertical leg press. It's a great uh, for building up the quads. Now here you see I'm setting up to do called split squats. You might have heard them as Bulgarian split squats. I don't use the nation of origin of the exercise. Usually when I talk about them, just split squats. Really, they're like single leg squats, pretty much. You just balance your weight on the bench behind you with the foot you're not squatting with. And guys, I love this exercise. It is great. It's a great quad builder, great glute builder. Hits the hams too. There you see I'm pounding out my last set. Um, and what's really great about doing split squats, or really any single leg exercise, or same thing with single arm exercises, is if you have any muscle imbalances. There you go. I thought I had a good set. If you have any muscle imbalances, um, doing single leg exercises like this, like the split squat, will allow you to, you know, balance those out. Get rid of those muscle imbalances. If your left leg is much stronger than your right leg, or is much bigger than your right leg, by doing single leg exercises, you can help correct that. Of course, same thing with arms or anything else. You could do the same thing with the leg press that I was just showing. You could always do single leg presses to work each side individually and optimize the muscle growth in each leg individually, and help to make sure you're developing good symmetry and good balance of your strength within your body. So yeah, those are killer. Those are killer, guys. And again, just like squats, go as deep as you can, deep as you comfortably can. Obviously, not go down to the floor, be inhibited from that. But that is a great exercise, guys. Highly recommend doing split squats whenever you can. So here you go. I'm setting up to do some sumo deadlifts. As you can see, I'm dressed differently in this shot right here. I actually, that leg routine that I just showed you is the one I do on Tuesdays, and I was doing my sumo deadlifting on the same in the same routine, and what I was finding was I wasn't really able to progress. I was actually going backwards. I just wasn't able to put my all into my deadlifting. And what I decided to do was say, hey, usually the next day, which is Wednesday in the week when I do this routine, was usually my day off. And I said, you know what, let me go in and just do some deadlifting. Just deadlifting. And see how I'm able to progress. Whether or not I was hitting like a true plateau, or was I just getting burned out from my other exercises. And what I found out was, yeah, I was just getting burned out as I went to going to just. Oh, and here's the boiler again. As I went to going to just doing my deadlifts all by themselves on that single day, I was able to start adding weight to the bar, and I was able to start adding reps. And as you know, guys, in order to build muscle, progressive overload, you want to increase the number of reps you're doing with good form at a specific weight, and you want to be increasing the weight on the bar. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to get stronger, and I'm here to build muscle. So as you can see with my form, guys, I just want to go over that real quick. I keep my legs real wide. The wider I can go, really the more comfortable and better I feel in doing the exercise. Being tall, it really helps to kind of, moving the weight through a shorter range, the wider you can go. As you can see, when I'm at the bottom, I'm pausing at the bottom for at least a second or two, and then pulling. I find that really, really, really hits the hamstrings hard. I used to do touch and go, guys, and I consider that a big mistake now. A big, big mistake. I really, really think you should take a pause at the bottom. And as you saw, I was doing, chest up, ass down, and pull off the floor. So here's just a workout again, guys. Squats for 4 sets, leg press, split squats for 3 sets, and do 4 sets of sumo deadlifts. And there's my rep range, guys. I like to keep it in a hypertrophy range as much as possible. Enjoy, guys. Please do click like if you liked it. Till next time.